Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dynasty's Racing League's DRL TV. Tonight I'm your host, David Wellborn, and we are at Road America. And joining me in the booth tonight is Rod Fossenau. How you doing tonight, Rod?
Doing good, Dave.
Well, we're going to be here for 25 grueling laps. Right now the air temperature is 78 degrees, 2-mile-an-hour wind. We started at 118 track temperature. It's come down to 115, so pretty good qualifying conditions as of right now. We're currently on track with my pick for the night, Chris Lucky. And I'm going to go ahead and let Rod pick his guy before I say anything else. So who are you going for?
You know, Eric Wolf's on top of the chart again. Can't seem to get away from Eric Wolf. He always runs well. Mike Lemon's running well. I'm going to go with a dark horse, I think, and I'm going to throw a Zach Wetstein, into the mix. He's not too far off the pace. Well, no, I checked that. I'm sticking with Mike Lemon. I think Mike Lemon, of anybody, he's only about a second and a quarter off of Eric Wolf's pace. Maybe Mike Lemon can pull something out.
Well, the way I figured that's going to happen is if Chris Lucky and Eric Wolf get together. Now, Chris Lucky and his brother Richard Lucky are road course ringers, so that's one of the reasons why I'm going with Lucky. And he was only a couple of tenths a second off of Eric Wolf during practice, but Eric had almost a 1.9 second gap between first and second place, if I'm not mistaken, until Chris Lucky showed up, and then Chris Lucky was like a couple of tenths off of him. So when you got almost a 2-second lead over the field, yeah, that's strong.
Yeah, and that's why you look at it. You want to pick somebody other than Eric. It's almost cliche picking Eric to win as dominant as he's been the last 10, 11 weeks. But just looking at the speed charts, he's got 9/10 on Chris Lucky, and another half a second back to Mike Lemon. So he's got almost a second and a half on Lemon. I don't know. Like I said, my dark horse. You gotta just wonder if maybe Eric has a mental mistake and Chris bumps into him or something like that crazy happens. I mean, it's going to be a fairly quick evening tonight. No cautions, road course racing.
And
we're out.
And we've seen all kinds of crap happen going off into turn one. I mean, just because you in front don't mean anything. You got cars coming in behind you. They may forget there's a brake pedal there and just tear you completely up going off into turn one. So. Yeah, but my pick for the night is Chris Lucky. I think he can gap that. He usually does it anyway. Shows a pretty strong practice. Doesn't show everything, and then when it comes to crunch time, he gets out there, and once he gets in the front and he gets that open and clean air, he's usually gone. If I'm not mistaken, it was either the last year or the year before last. Him or his brother, I mean, he gapped us by like almost 14 seconds. So, yeah. When it comes to the Lucky Brothers at road courses, you got to watch out for them.
And if I'm not mistaken, they don't race very many other races at all during the season, do they?
No, not this year they haven't, but last year they did quite a few. But so far this year, could probably count on one hand how many races they've ran together, and then probably even less than that individually. So, but as of right now, no surprise, 2-minute, 11-second qualifying run for Eric Wolf. So that's almost a whole nother second off of what he practiced. Steven Sims comes in third as of right now. Chris Lucky, 0.5 difference between Wolf and Lucky. So yeah, a tenth of a second's not that big of a gap between Lucky and Wolf. So,
and you're a full second back to J.W. Miller, who just put the third spot up.
You 1.3 seconds back off of him. So, but we still got your pick, Mike Lemon, who is currently on track. So Mike Lemon should be just about done with his warm-up lap. if he's not already done. I don't know how long he's been on track. I just now noticed it. It says he did 1.4 seconds, so this should be his qualifying run now. So we'll see if Mike Lemon can get himself up there at least inside of the top 5, as Zach Wetstein has broke into the top 5. He is currently 4th. And you got to keep these cars on the track. You can't hit the grass. You can't do anything stupid, or your lap just will not count. So, I mean, to run a 2 minute and 11 second lap here and not hit the grass or run off the track or anything, Eric Wolf's smoking then. We come up this long hill, getting ready to come across the start-finish line. Mike Lemon puts in. Wow. Not what I expected. Surely that was his warm-up lap.
Okay, that was just his out lap. This
Yeah.
actually counts.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, what in the world? 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Everything shifted. Delgado put a lap up there, and that's what threw me off.
Yeah, it threw me off too. I was like, what happened? Where is he on the tree? So
the numbers, I didn't see it wasn't Mike's name next to it.
So Austin Delgado comes in and takes away the 4th position away from Zach Wetstein. Now, he was pretty fast in practice as well. But still, I mean, you're looking at 2:11, 2:12, 2:13, then 2:14, all the way down to Springer in 2:14, then Kevin Dick. Now, Kevin Dick struggled. He's been struggling in practice. Now, I don't know if it's just him or what, but I've seen when he gets ready to come for that last turn, he'll get a little slideways. Yeah, slideways is what you want to call it. He's sliding and the car just breaks loose on him. And then a couple of times headed off down into turn 1, he'll over brake it and the back end will hop on him. So, not characteristic for Kevin Dick here. But I don't know if he's a road course driver or not. Still got Patrick Cowgill, who has probably already been out. Yeah, he's already qualified. So we got Brent Kingcott, who is not qualified, who is not on track. David Wright, not qualified, not on the track. And return of Matthew Kleinschmidt, not on track and not qualifying. So Mike Lemon will be the last driver to put in a qualifying run. Not sure.
I did see Kingcott was on the track. I don't know if he had incidents.
He's still alive, it says.
Lemon put it in 4th.
So, way to go, Mike Lemon. Brett Kingcott is sitting on pit road past the start-finish line, so I'm not sure what's going on there. He may have actually tried. I'm not sure if he got a lap in or not. But as of right now, we do have 12 qualifying positions. 3 drivers have not posted a time, so we'll see what we got. And that's going to be kind of crazy to come down pit road for your first lap in if you did not at least attempt a qualifying lap. So, with that being said, we are going to get this thing on the road, and let's just pull in Mr. Wolf and see what he's got. Mr. Wolf, you got a copy, my man?
Yeah, I do.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think you're going to run away with this thing again?
No, not a chance.
Not a chance. You got Lucky behind you, right?
Lucky is unbelievable at these tracks. He keeps his tires on his car the whole entire run. He's so disciplined. So all my goal is to lead 1 lap and not have an off track, and hopefully I can come away second tonight.
Well, you're pretty fast out there. You had almost 9/10 of a second on Lucky during practice, but he closed that gap pretty well during his qualifying run. With that being said, your expectations is just only to finish second here tonight?
Make no mistake, Chris Lucky is amazing at these places. And it's like I'm saying, he's so disciplined, he can do it corner after corner after corner, lap after lap after lap. So if I finish second, it's like a win for me here.
I hear you, Mr. Wolf. Well, congratulations on at least winning the pole, and we'll see you back here in Victory Lane. I'm pretty sure you're going to be at least in the top 3, my man.
We're just looking for a trouble-free race up here.
All right, 10-4. We'll catch you in on the flip side, bud.
Good luck, Eric.
Right.
And put him back in Dysfunctional Patriots, where he wants to be, and let's see if we can't get the grid. Well, let me see. What is going on?
You probably got some time.
I see what's going on.
It's gonna be a while.
I was stuck on scenic route on my camera. I couldn't figure out where the cars were at. So let's go ahead and reset this grid here. See if we can't get the rundown. We got Eric Wolf sitting on the pole. We got Chris Lucky in second. We got J.W. Miller third. Mike Lemon fourth. I didn't even see J.W. Miller pop up in there. And, of course, I don't know why it does that. Austin Delgado is fifth. Zach Wetstein is sixth. Mike Springer, Kevin Dick, Steven Sims, Taylor Butcher Benjamin rounds out the top 10. Matt Burgess and Patrick Cowgill, 11th and 12th. Matthew Kleinsmith, 13th, and Brent Kingcock, 14th. David Wright's going to round out the field. So, pretty long lap here. I mean, if it takes them 2 minutes to warm up, it's going to take them almost 3 minutes to get around this track for a practice run. So, just to get warmed up on this lap.
Yeah, the field hasn't even gone underneath the, I believe it's a Corvette sign at the top of this hill.
Yeah, they just did that now. So, I mean, it's like turn 7, 6, something like that.
They're about halfway. We're looking at a 14-turn road course here. 25 laps, 14 turns, anywhere between 2 and probably 2.5 a lap. Like I'd said earlier pre-race with you, we're looking at probably about an hour, and we're going to be out of here tonight.
Yeah, we are not going to have yellow flags. It's just going to be area yellows if they actually do wreck. So no full course yellows tonight. The man who can get to around this track the fastest without making minimal mistakes here is going to walk away with the win here. And as Eric Wolf pointed out, that man Chris Lucky, he is a phenomenal road course driver, and he does know how to get around here, which is one of the reasons why I picked him here tonight. How about old Henry made in America or not made at all? I got to get me old Henry rifle. Support my Second Amendment.
And you know, for all the viewers watching this right now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is a freshly redone, re-imaged Road America that was just released by iRacing about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So we've got some updated, some updated graphics, some updated textures. It looks really nice.
But they're going to be really spread out here. Here as they head off down into turn 1 here shortly. As we're closing in on these last few turns.
Yeah, coming into these final few S's. Going to be a right-hand turn, like you said, uphill to the start-finish line. Porsche pace car is going to pull off here shortly.
Yep, and the pace car is getting ready to duck in. And there he goes.
That's the last we'll see of him tonight.
When you get to these tires, that's the start line right there. That little area right there with the tires we just saw is the restart line for the gentleman. So Eric Wolf getting out ahead of Lucky. First 5 cars are going to single file it. I noticed that Mike Springer actually put some paint on his car. Wow, your boy Mike Lemon wasting no time. Try to get on the inside of J.W. Miller here.
Yeah, but he's got to be on the other side for this coming up left-hander.
He backed out of it, thought better of it. Austin Delgado going to round out in the top 5 there, just behind Lemon. Now, once these cars get single filed out,
I tell you what, if Eric Wolf's plan was to lead one lap, he sure as heck is doing a job of it, because he's got himself about a, I'm going to say 5-6 car length lead, if not more, over Mr. Lucky already.
well, I'm watching this battle back here in the back work its way out. Looks like everybody finally...
King Cott off track. No, it wasn't King Cott.
Well, you got King Cotton right back here fighting for last place, so finally everybody gets single file. So we'll jump back up front to our leader, Eric Wolf. And, you know, believe it or not, Chris Lucky just letting him go for right now. Knows it's a long race. They will have to stop. If I'm not mistaken, they have to stop at around lap 14 for fuel. Do they not?
Do not know. I just saw Matt Burgess got loose, and King Cott tapped him, and Burgess was off track briefly.
Well, I do know that they do have 2 sets of tires here tonight, so.
And that actually we could, you know, to be to somebody's advantage. I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody's going to be able to keep up with Wolf and Lucky. I mean, they haven't really gapped the field too much yet, but as these tires start going away, as Eric was saying, you know, Lucky's so good at saving his stuff and being smooth that's going to be a difference. And if you can put fresh rubber on and maybe minimize that gap some, you're not going to catch him, but minimize that gap.
Well, Eric's going to have to do everything he can to protect himself if he wants to lead this lap. Because Mr. Lucky is there. He has got onto the back door of him. And they are just now getting to the Corvette sign. So, like you said, Corvette's probably about halfway around this course here this evening. And with that being said, you know, anything can happen in these next 6 or 7 turns.
The one thing about this track, and I've raced this track a few times in other various cars, there's only really 2 really good high-speed areas that are suitable for passing. So if you can set yourself up just before these few S's here on this long straight coming up, you can maybe make a pass. And then on the front straight, you can maybe make a pass. Other than that, you've got to, you know, maximize your braking zones and outbrake somebody and get inside of them.
On board with Mike Springer, looking at the back end of Austin Delgado. Whoa, hang on to it there, Mike. Got a little squirrely.
See, here where Mike is right now is a nice long straightaway. If you're right on somebody, you can actually draft past him here because this is a pretty lengthy front straight.
Yeah, you beat him off down into turn 1.
I think Mike's not nearly close enough to, did you say it was Delgado?
Yeah. Well, back up front, looks like Lucky's just maintaining his little gap there. He's about a car length and a half, or half a car length off of Eric Wolf. I'm sure that he's just letting everything come to him. Now, Matthew Kleinsmith is back racing with us and off the track. Wow, how did I know that? Just like he panicked there when David Wright got in behind him. Oh, don't do that in front of Burgess. he come back on track and was gone. Burgess was smart enough to miss him, but wow, if I'm not mistaken, how did he do that? I don't see it. 67. Oh, he's gonna spin it. Oh wow, he spun it right here, right in front of him. Now the front is matching the back end. The back end is now gone. I was looking to see how he got damaged. Looks like David Wright has also spun the vehicle. Gets off track. Let's see what happens here with Mr. Wright. He just overdrives the turn here. Got that little sand. You got to watch it. Now all three of these drivers are once again fighting it out for last place. As we jump back up front.
Yeah, I've been watching up front. Eric is still at the point, but you got to wonder if he's holding up Chris Lucky just a bit, because J.W. Miller is not completely out of the picture, but he's, I want to say, within striking distance if either one of these two slip up.
Oh, I just seen Matthew Kleinsmith take off for a ride. Let's see what happens to him. He goes for a long ride through the gravel. He comes up on the back end of Steven Sims, locks it down to keep from hitting him. Slides it into the gravel pit there. Wow. I'm just like popping around looking for action. And just happened to see that Mike Lemon being challenged by Delgado. As they head off down into this turn, Delgado's got the preferred line, the inside line. And Lemon just makes it work there on the outside. Drives past him up underneath the Corvette sign, so put Mike Lemon back into the fourth position. You got Mike Springer in this mix as well. This is a battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth.
It's a nice little three-car battle right here.
And these guys are pretty even on times too. As we jump back up front, looks like J.W. Miller's just about caught the back end of Chris Lucky. So Eric Wolf may be holding up Lucky just a little bit. Of course, now Lucky's not an impatient driver. He will sit back there and he will wait for you to make a major mistake before he tears his car up. We've seen him do that several times. He just stays on you, keeps applying the pressure, and waits for you to make a mistake.
Well, and let's be realistic. He's only got to lead one lap. He doesn't need to lead them all.
And 9 times out of 10, that one he leads is going to be the last one. Now, don't get me wrong, Eric Wolf is a phenomenal driver in and of itself. But like he said, Lucky is just, him and his brother done a lot of the road course driving in the other cars, not particularly these cars, but Formula One, the Porsches and stuff, GT's cars. Yeah, he done. That's where he comes from. That was his bread and butter. And then he come over here to race with us, and they just kill us on road courses. He's all over the back end of Wolf, waiting on him to make that mistake.
Yeah, Wolf's wearing up his stuff a little bit. He's sliding it around, fishtailing it around the rear end, and he's really using up what he's got to try and stay where he is.
Well, he's got his lap led that he said he wanted to lead. So, at this point, Lucky could get around him. Oh, wow, he's all over the back end of him. course, now once Lucky does get out in front of him, he's going to be gone. And he's going to set sail on this track. How about old J.W. Miller?
He looked to the inside through here last time. Kind of like you saw J.W. Miller just do.
Yep.
Here we go. He's looking to the inside. Nope.
I think he's just swinging the car wide. Now, J.W. Miller's doing an awesome job. I mean, he's not letting these gentlemen run away. And he didn't show that in practice. He did not show this speed in practice, but he's doing an awesome job out here. We're going to jump back here just a little bit. Get back to the Delgado Lemon Show for 4th and 5th. It ain't much of a show there. Lucky got a heck of a run there.
And I know we're only on lap 6 of 25, but if this stays this way for the rest of for the duration of these races, for the duration of these laps rather, some of these looks that Lucky has, he's backing out of them because he's just not quite sure of himself. But if a win's on the line, I'm betting he goes for it and throws it in there and sees what happens.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's not going to make the playoffs. He's only out here for the win. And Eric Wolf has got plenty of wins this season. Going to already make the playoffs. So. And that may actually open up the door for J.W. Miller, who I believe does not have a win this year, does he?
Let me take a look.
I know he's been really close, but I don't believe he's actually got one. There he goes. Wolf makes a mistake. Lucky goes around him.
Yep.
Oh, and J.W. Miller is off the track as well. I think he just ran off the track trying to avoid that.
Yeah, J.W. does have a win as well.
Okay. He sees that happening in front of him and gets on the binders and runs right off the track.
J.W. was our winner at Charlotte this season.
Okay. Well, and like I said, once Mr. Lucky got out in front of Eric Wolf, it wasn't going to take him long to start gapping the field. He's already got a 1.7 second lead over top of Eric Wolf, and that lead is gaining every corner. You want to take an over or under bet on how far ahead of the field he wins? I'd give you 5 seconds over or under.
Oh, I'll take the over on that. Looking at it already.
Yeah, he's going to be every bit at 14 seconds over the field. Plus or minus by 5.
He was 1.6 seconds last time past start finish. It'll probably be about 3 this time.
Like I said, I believe it was either him or his brother that when we ran here one year, they outran the field by almost 14 seconds. He lapped the field or was almost lapped everybody in the field, with the exception of a couple of drivers, and that driver that he was beat by 14 seconds, I believe, was his brother. And the only reason I think that happened is because he ran off track or got caught up in a dive bomb or something. Been so long ago, but I do remember a road course race where the leader finished 14 seconds or better ahead of the field. And he's already at 2.1, and we're on lap 7.
I'm telling you, this will be better than 3 seconds when they cross the start-finish this time.
Yeah, he's turning 2-minute 16-second lap. Eric Wolf is turning 2-minute 18-second lap. J.W. Miller is turning 2 minutes 20-second lap. So 4 seconds difference between third and 2 second difference between first. A lap, yeah. 2.2 as they cross the start-finish line.
Check that. I was wrong.
Not by much. Seriously, not by much.
No, 0.8 of a second is not by much.
Battle between Steven Sims and Taylor Butcher Benjamin working up. Or it was until that turn. Steven Sims was less than 3 seconds away, less than 0.3 of a second away when I noticed the battle heating up. TBB's not had a bad year at all this year. I think he's got, what, 2 wins? A couple of second and third place finishes. Strong in the playoffs.
TBB has 1 win, but second in points. And quite frankly, second in points and only 24 off of Eric Wolf, who has 10 wins.
That means he's been consistently in the top 5 for sure.
Exactly.
And showed up to races that maybe Eric didn't show up for.
He does have 22 starts to Eric's 19.
So there you go.
TBB has started every race this season.
Well, that just goes to show it pays to race.
TBB and Matt Burgess have raced every race this season in the Grand National Series. And to Burgess's credit, he will probably make the playoffs for it.
Well, that's good because he has tore his car all to pieces here tonight at Road America, currently running in our 13th position. But he's not last, so he's doing an awesome job so far to keep that car on the track and ahead of at least 2 other drivers. But I'm sure Matt Burgess's concern here is to finish this race. Some of these guys just come out here with the hopes of picking up the points from where the other drivers in the league do not own the track or just do not feel comfortable enough to drive. They pick up the points that way, move up ahead, and as long as they can finish the race, you know, every point counts. It doesn't get called as a dropped race.
Yeah, that was my hope last week in the truck race at Eldora.
Yeah.
But I think 30 drivers showed up.
It was a mess. I went back and saw it on the replay. Dakota Wilkins really surprised me. There's awesome racing out there on that dirt, that's for sure. It was fun. It was a fun race to watch, that was for sure.
Yeah, I don't quite remember where I finished in that truck race.
On your roof?
I finished with all 4 wheels under me and only, I believe, only 2 or 4 incident points.
Oh, who'd you pay off? I'd have got 4 incident points in the first turn.
My teammate Steven Sims was laughing at me one point because I wasn't driving it like a dirt car. I was driving it normal and slow.
Yeah. That's probably why you only got 4 incident points.
But I finished 15th.
Well, you finished, didn't you?
Better than half the field.
Hey, you did better than me. I couldn't even show up for it. I don't run dirt. I want some sticky under me. I don't like making right-hand turns left-hand turns turning to the right.
Yeah, finished 15th with 2 incident points.
Well, 9 laps into this thing, as it comes across the start-finish line, Mr. Lucky has got a 3.2 second lead over top of Eric Wolf. And then 8 seconds over top of J.W. Miller. 5 seconds difference between Wolf and J.W. Miller. So pretty much the field is really spread out. Kevin Dick is the only one showing a close enough gap to anyone. And he is closing the gap on Zach Wetstein for 7th position. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, however, has got a closer gap on the back end of King Cott, who just runs off of the track and lets him go. Hope he doesn't. Oh, wow. He almost pulled him. He almost pulled out back in front of Steven Sims and like to paid for it, as Matthew Kleinsmith is down pit road on lap 10.
Well, and it looks like King Cott has used the strategy of some extra cooling for his radiator.
Yeah, he spun it off right there again and going down the track. He's coming down pit road as well. I'm wondering why guys are coming down pit road on lap 10. Kleinsmith, Steven Sims, King Cott.
Tires. They got 2 sets of tires. Might as well come get them now.
That means you're coming in with 5 to go? I don't know if I'm coming in with 5 to go.
What, you thinking for fuel?
For tires or anything. If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to stay out 4 more laps.
I'm thinking these guys are taking tires now, and they're going to take tires again 10 laps from now.
Like I said, you're going to come in with 5 laps to go? That's just crazy.
I think they're going to. I think they think their chances are probably better on fresh tires.
Well,
not to catch Chris Lucky or anybody in the top 7 or 8, but maybe to gain a position or 2.
Well, I know the top 3 will probably most likely not come in before lap 14 because we know the thinking behind Eric Wolf, 1 stop. That's for sure. 4.3 second lead Mr. Lucky has over top of Eric Wolf. And he does not come down pit road this time, so I don't see them coming down pit road before lap 14. That's what makes me think, if I'm not mistaken, they did that same thing last year. They went halfway and did 1 tire stop. Kleinsmith has taken it to the garage. He is done for the night.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Well, it was
late entry. It looks like he didn't get much practice time in. It was probably a little bit more than he expected.
Well, I was lucky. I'm just glad that he's back racing with us. I haven't seen Mr. Schmidt in a while. But it's really nice to see him back on the racetrack here at DRL. And, these cars look like they're just going so slow, but they're really not. And we're going to jump on board here with Lucky, just so you can see and hear how he works his corners.
Yeah, you're going to have a left here, and then this is just before a pretty high speed area. You got a big sweeping right-hander here that's a little mid-throttle, play with it, a little easy. About this strip here is where you're going to start gassing it. And then you're going to high-speed section, right here with a nice sweeping right. And then really gas it down this stretch.
Now, you got to be careful when you're going through these downshifts. Do not want to pop a motor. Don't want to blow a transmission.
Here's the tricky left because it's kind of like a hidden left. You can't really see where your apex is.
Hard on the brakes to make this right-hand turn. Squirrely coming off. Headed up this final stretch for the start-finish line. And that's going to be a lap here with Mr. Lucky. Well, or at least a half a lap with him anyway as he comes across 12 laps into this race. 5-second lead. Mike Lemon down pit road for his pit stop. Bottom 5 drivers have come down pit road. Top 10 drivers are still on the track. Mike Lemon is down pit road now, so. Wow, is he being held? What is going on with Mr. Lemon?
Sure. He's back on the track.
Kevin Dick down pit road. I see what's going on. I'm seeing it's 46.2 seconds in and out. Tire, okay, yeah, and pit stop of 14.2. Total time on pit road is what I'm looking at. Alrighty.
Yeah, a lot of cars have stopped. I got Kincott, Sims, Cowgill, Dick, Lemon.
Well, believe it or not, Taylor Butcher Benjamin is the one who spent so far the least amount of time on pit road. He did a 45.6 in and out with a 14.1 pit stop.
Yeah, and of the cars that also, and you also got to keep in mind these cars that have stopped there. The only cars any laps down is Kleinschmidt, who's taking it to the garage.
Yep.
And eventually, our leaders do have to stop.
Oh yeah, they'll be coming in next lap to on lap 14 or 15. I would be surprised if anybody runs it much longer than 15 laps. You want the freshest tires that you can get possible. You know there's not going to be a yellow flag, so you want to have be able to have the freshest tires at the end of this race. So halfway would put you evenly and not cause you to lose any more ground. The drivers who have short pitted, they will have to pit again. If not, they're going to be slower on the end run if they can actually make it that far.
Got Springer and Miller on pit road.
Along with Wetstein. So leaving the top 3 out, and the only other person who has not come down pit road is David Wright as of right now. So 4 drivers not come down pit road. Wow. Am I seeing that right? Okay. It's really crazy that I thought I seen a 33 in and out, but it's still going.
Wright's coming to pit road.
The top 3 drivers are still yet to pit. And I would assume next lap to lap 15, the top 3 will come in. Here comes Wolf. Lucky.
Here comes Wolf.
And Austin Delgado should be next.
Delgado. Yep, our top 3 are now pitting.
What is going on with... My timing screen messed up. Don't know how long or what the pit stop was for Mike Springer. So, but as we
Lucky takes 4, obviously.
Yep.
And he's away. And right side's go on Wolf's car. And he's away. And right side's on Delgado, and he's away.
Delgado only took right side tires?
No, he took rights and left.
Okay.
All took 4.
All right.
By the time I got back to Delgado, he already had the lefts on. So with everybody pitting, we cycle around to everybody having their pit stops, and
Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
See what it.
Again, Taylor Butcher Benjamin was the only one who spent the least amount of time on pit road with a 45.6, almost a full second less than anybody on the track that came down pit road and took 4 tires. So I don't know how Taylor Butcher Benjamin did it, but he must be paying them boys really well to change them tires.
Interesting to, how close Chris Lucky now is to lapping one of the slower cars. Now that they've had, they had the advantage of the quicker tires for a little while, but now he's got, the tables are turned and he's got the advantage now.
David Wright is 19 seconds back off of Chris Lucky. So 2 minutes, 1 minute, 48, 50 seconds, something like that. I don't think there's any danger of anybody being lapped unless they run off the track and get stuck.
Soon Lucky's going to have Wright because Lucky's got much fresher tires. Yep.
Oh, wow, Lemon all the way off the track. He used every bit of that track. Let's go back and see this again. If he didn't run off the track, he sure was using every bit of it. Yeah, he used every bit of the track right there.
Oh, yeah.
So move Mike Lemon up into second place as he worked his way around Eric Wolf and J.W. Miller at some point. And this is a really close battle here for second, third, and fourth. And to actually see that Eric Wolf sitting back in fourth place, that really surprises me. But the lead continues to grow as Lucky has regained a full second. Oh, Lemon. Oh, Wolf.
Lost it.
Wow.
He gathered it back up.
I think he slammed on brakes to avoid what was happening between Lemon and J.W. Miller and caught it at the last second. That car was completely sideways, to believe it or not. Now he's slinging it. Now he's upset.
Slinging it, and he wants to catch him now.
He wants to get around him. He's like, get out of my way. Come on now. Come on. Move. Sounds like me taking the wife dialysis.
It'll be a matter of time. He'll be around these two. He might get him on this fast backstretch.
I haven't drove in years, but I go to take the wife dialysis. I realize that, there are stupid people out there in this world that do not know how to drive. You got the ones that think the turn signal means they had the right of way, and then you got the ones that don't have no idea that there's a turn signal in the car. I don't know which one upsets me worse.
I get yelled at for never using mine, so.
Well, you're one of the people I yell at then.
Well, I yell at my wife that would you rather I not use it at all or throw it on at the last minute? Because I see that all.
That's what I'm talking about. The people who actually know there's a turn signal in the car, but think it gives them the right of way. Don't you see my turn signal? I'm coming over. That kills me.
Change lane?
Yeah.
That's a waste of time, turn signal, change lanes. I'm talking like turning left and right. They turn it on about 10 yards before they turn.
Wow. It's a good thing police don't write tickets for that crap anymore.
No. I'd have a lot of them.
Yeah. And so would half the people here in Winston-Salem. But you do know it's a nice probable cause to pull you over. You fail to use your turn signal. Do you know the one thing that most people do not do is actually talk to you in driver's ed, or at least it was when I went to school, and that was 25, 30 years ago, that you're supposed to do before you change lanes in a vehicle going down the highway. And it's not your turn signal. Do you know what it is?
It's as simple as looking.
No.
Speed up.
The horn.
Nah.
Yes. You are supposed to blow your horn to let the people know when you are turning and when you are going to change lanes. It was on my driving test when I took my driving test 30 years ago.
Yeah,
or 35 years ago.
We had that in Ohio.
North Carolina handbook says you're supposed to blow the horn when changing lanes. Nobody does it, and I don't think anybody's done it since 1920. But
in North Carolina.
But yeah, according to the handbook, when I went to school, you were supposed to signal and blow your horn to let the driver know that you are turning and are changing lanes. But nobody does it. And if they do, you'd have a lot of PO people. I mean, you blow the horn at somebody here, you're liable to get shot.
I think Wolf's going to get J.W. Miller on the front stretch here. He might outbreak him into one.
Something fell off. I was sitting there watching Lemons. Lemons slowly but surely backed out of it, losing ground. But you're right, this battle is heating up between J.W. Miller and Eric Wolf.
Wolf swings it wide. He fishtailed it a bit, or he would have had him set up for the next corner.
A little bump and run never hurt nobody.
I don't think Eric's going to do that this week on the road course here for a second place finish.
He said all he wanted to do was finish the race. Second place would be a win to him. So I guess third would be like finishing second.
Well, you know what Ricky Bobby says.
I don't know what Ricky Bobby says other than, I'm on fire!
Second place is the first loser.
Well, you know, Earnhardt said that too.
That's who said it.
Yeah, he told,
Ricky Bobby said if you're not first, you're last.
Yep. But, the first guy Earnhardt drove for, Rod... What was his name?
Schimmeldine.
Yeah. Interviewed him at a restaurant, and he told him, he says, "No, first is second is just the first loser." And that almost cost him his ride.
Well, if you're driving somebody else's car and you say that.
Well, I mean, this is before he even made it. I mean, this is what the first guy he drove for in the Wrangler car. Or
yeah, you say that early in your career. That's that's not something an owner wants to hear you say.
I think
an owner's happy with second place money.
Yeah, but if the movie is to be true or to be believed, Dale #3, the 3 movie, then yeah, I believe he actually did that. I believe he actually told a car owner that nope, the second was just the first loser, and that he'd rather wreck his car than to finish second.
I'll tell you what, J.W. Miller's driving the wheels off this thing. Stay in front of Wolf.
Yes, he is. We're on lap 18, and he's got a long way to go. Eric almost gets to the inside of him there. You know, that almost makes me want to watch Dale again with Barry Pepper. I love that movie. Oh, he's going to the outside. Oh, he's come down pit road. What is he doing? That ain't pit road.
He was running into the back of him. He was going to run into the rear end of him, so he took it to the right side.
Wow, he lost a lot of ground with that move, but he didn't wreck it. And he kept the fenders on it.
That was intentional to not wreck J.W. Miller. That was a classy move on Wolf's part.
It's a good thing that runoff was there.
He drove it in there really hard, and I think J.W. Miller, I think he broke a little bit sooner than Wolf was expecting, so to avoid running into him, he just dove to the right.
Well, we're going to jump back up front here, ladies and gentlemen, with our leader, Chris Lucky, who is getting ever so close to making my 14-second lap prediction of leading this race and finishing it 14 seconds ahead of our second-place finisher. He is currently working at 9.5, and we have, 6 laps to go? That gap is still increasing?
Yes, we have 6 laps to go, 7 laps to go.
So he may just actually make my 14-second prediction.
He might be 10 seconds ahead at the start-finish line or better.
And now there is no gap between everybody. Everybody is at least 1 second between each other. Eric Wolf has lost all the way back past 1.4 seconds off of Mike Lemon. Oh, that's right. Lemon got around him during that fiasco.
Yeah, Lucky's got almost a 10.5 second lead over J.W. Miller.
Like I said, plus or minus by 5 on 14 seconds. I was going to give you, I said 14 seconds. I was going to give you 5 either way, over or under.
I still think it's going to be over.
You think it's going to be over 14 seconds?
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be close. Barring no mistakes, 2/10 of a second a lap, or more actually, because Lucky's last lap by was 2:15.7. J.W. Miller's lap was 2:17.6. Eric Wolf's last lap was 2 minutes 21 seconds. So, yeah, this is getting kind of crazy. But 2/10 of a second a lap difference. It's gonna take a. I think you're gonna draw a little short. I think I'm gonna draw a little short on my 14. Well, it all depends on the mistakes that other people make.
Well, I think he's going to be better than 11 seconds at the start-finish line.
Oh yeah, I mean that's easy. He's going to be better than 11 seconds by the time he gets out of his turn. Oh, uphill slowed him down a little bit. Wow, 2 minutes, 15 seconds, 0.7 that last lap.
And 12-second lead.
Eric Wolf has actually made it back around Mike Lemon and is on the hunt to get back to the back door of J.W. Miller.
He'll get there, and this time, I don't know if he'll be so gentlemanly to not punt him.
Yeah, he won't. He may say hello and let him know he's there at a most opportune moment, as we are now getting close to being 5 laps to go. And Eric Wolf is closing that gap pretty quickly.
Sims is taking it to the garage.
Oh, that's a crying shame.
I won't hurt him any points.
Mike Springer, don't know what's happened to him. He's completely gone. I think he's either lost connection.
No, I got Springer.
You got Mike Springer. I don't got Mike Springer.
Got Springer.
Now I got him, but He's grayed out on my timing screen for some reason. Now he's back. There he goes. Back up front, 12.5 seconds. Yeehaw. Across the start-finish line this time, Bobby. 5 to go. Putting on an awesome show out here, Mr. Lucky. Schooling us DRL drivers. Don't you know there's other things than left-hand turns, gentlemen? Let me show you all about it. And he crosses the start-finish line 13 seconds over. So, yeah, Mr. Lucky's going to get that 14 seconds easily.
Now, let's see. J.W. Miller's yet to cross. And J.W. Miller just crosses 13.2 back.
Battle heating up. Mike Lemon. Austin Delgado. Delgado to the inside. He takes away that position from Mike Lemon. Move him up into the 4th position.
Wolf is still stalking J.W. Miller.
He's going to have to wait for Miller to make another mistake. He is 2.3 seconds back off of J.W. Miller. Of course, now it can be made up. I mean, 5 laps, it's not hard to make up that. Especially if a gentleman makes a mistake. The one thing we don't have to worry about is this gentleman making a mistake. He's in cruise control land now. He's out for his Sunday drive here at Road America. He says, honey, bring me a beer. I got a couple more laps to go. Early celebration.
I just heard Cowgill come on the radio and say, come on, car, get back on the track.
Oh, wow, he got a mess back here with Kevin Dick and Wetstein. So we can rewind that a little bit and see what he might have been yelling about. Well, they've been battling it out pretty good. Don't see where he was complaining about getting
right
back.
Here in turn 14. Yeah, Cowgill, you know, did some dirt track in there coming off of 14 onto the long front straight.
Huh.
And they both slowed up enough that Kevin Dick jumped in there.
Well, my 14.6 seconds is on the board.
14.7.
Now 8. And he actually got somebody in front of him he can lap. Who is that?
If I had to guess, I'd have to guess it's David Wright.
That's exactly who it is.
Him before he's done with this lap. Oh, I'm certain it's David Wright. He just passed him even. Wright spun into the inside.
Wow.
That didn't even, cause Lucky to break a sweat.
No, he just,
He didn't even have to think about getting by him. He just,
oh, he just locks it up.
And, Wright just lost it to the inside of the turn.
He wheel hopped that thing.
I tell you what, when I race some of these road courses, I'm not fast either, and I tend to get real nervous when I see that leader coming on my relative. Last thing you want to do as a slower car is
wreck a leader.
Mess up the leader's race.
Yep. Mr. Lucky doing an awesome job here. My pick for this evening. Wished I could do this at Las Vegas, pick the right winners. I could be in some money. Something messed up with my timing screen. Am I seeing that right? Yes, I am seeing that right. That's what it is. Eric Wolf doing battle with J.W. Miller. Finally gets around him.
Yeah, that was that high-speed backstretch. Just you took him on the outside, got alongside of him, and forced him to take the inside on that turn.
And it's pulling away. He said he wanted to get second. He's got it as of right now. Just got to hope like David Wright don't wreck in front of him. Mr. Lucky is got 3 laps to go. David Wright, I don't know what he's doing.
He just pulls out of the way.
Oh, okay. That's almost the same place that he did that for.
Yeah, it is, and I think he did. I mean, he intentionally self-spun it to the inside to get out of Chris's way.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, a track like this, there's not a whole lot of places to
get out of the way.
Get out of the way. That's not a bad spot right there. It's a slow spot on the track.
Kingcott down for his last pit stop. Yeah, I don't know if I'd even done it, but hey, whatever. He's not going to lose a position, so.
Brent's just looking to get some seat time for a track that the Truck Series is going to run next week.
Well, better them than me. That's for sure. I don't mind running to Glen, but I'm not the big fan. I can race this, but if I do, I want to run it in the Skippy Barbers. This is a road course that I like running in the Skippy cars.
You know, next to the Glen, this is probably my second favorite road course because it's not too terribly technical. It's pretty high speed. There's not a lot of technical turns to it like you have at a not Watkins Glen, but Sonoma or some of the other road courses.
Kingcott may actually be done for the night. He's been on pit road for over 60 seconds now, so.
Yeah, he may just call it a night.
He's not going to lose a position. So he's going to get 13th place points as these laps are coming really close to a quick end. Halfway down the track on 2 laps to go. Lucky may give you that other 3 seconds, but
he might do better than that
5
plus 5.
Yeah. So if he gets to 19, you win. If he stays under 19, I win. I swear. Just watching him.
Having Eric Wolf behind him now will help your cause a bit because Wolf will be able to keep that gap narrower than J.W. Miller probably would have.
He just lost 0.2 of a second, as you said that.
Yeah, the other thing you got to figure with just a straight-up relative is the location they are on the track and different speeds and different distances at different, locations.
Yeah.
My guess is he's going to cross the start-finish line with at least a 17-second lead.
There's 0.6 of a second a lap. Difference between Eric Wolf and Chris Lucky. Actually, that was a full second difference that lap.
Let's see where Wolf crosses the start-finish line.
Final lap. Chris Lucky needs to make a 19 second for you to win and
Wolf
stay under.
17-8. 17-8 back.
And that was almost 2 seconds difference between Chris Lucky and Eric Wolf that lap. It's 2:16 last lap for Lucky and 2:18 for Eric Wolf.
As Lucky gains on Patrick Cowgill now. And Patrick Cowgill has the distinction of being able to finish on the lead lap if he can finish ahead of Lucky.
No,
So he may hold me enough to keep me from getting my 19-second lead.
I doubt that. Cowgill's not that type of racer. He sees that leader anywhere in his mirror, he'll pull over and get out of the way. But you're going to get that 19 seconds. So I owe you $5 virtual, my man. Because you at 18.9 now and you ain't even crossed halfway yet. Oh, he ain't even got a hood on his car. Cowgill lost his hood. Yeah. He got the bumper, he just ain't got the hood. He must have flew off somewhere. There it is, 19 seconds. I owe you $5 virtual somewhere. And there he goes, pulls right out of the way for him as he crosses the start-finish line. It will be a 19.1 second lead, or 19.3 second lead over top of Eric Wolf. So Chris Lucky is our winner. Eric Wolf is second. J.W. Miller is going to come home third. Austin Delegago fourth. Mike Lemon's going to round out the field in top 5 position. Mike Springer will most likely come home 6th. Zach Wetstein 7th. Kevin Dick 8th. Matt Burgess 9th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin's going to round out our top 10. Patrick Cowgill did just go under a lap down there. Finishes in 11th position. David Wright is going to come home 12th. Brent Kingcott 13th. Steven Sims 14th. And return to Matthew Kleinsmith, one of the fastest chickens in the South, is back on track with us. Finishes 15th. As we get set, I want to remind everybody. Uh-oh. Now, there was only 15 drivers. Why is it locked up on me? Wow. There we go. Our next race is going to be at Watkins Glen. So 2 road course back-to-back, ladies and gentlemen, for our Grand National Series. Our next broadcast will be at Michigan, so join us in next week or tomorrow night, as a matter of fact, here from Michigan at the in the Truck Series, 80 laps. See, ought to be a blast there. They're wide open from what I understand.
Disconnect your brake and go, boys.
That's what I heard. Don't need no stinking brakes. As we are going to...
That's what the other trucks are for.
Yeah. Just put your bumper right up next to the guy in front of you and let him slow you down. And if he doesn't slow down, you both go for a ride. Tear it up there, Lucky. Or not. Alrighty, let's see. J.W. Miller's already left track. Not sure why he's done that. But we'll see if we can't find him and pull him in for a interview down here in Team Chat Racing. Mr. Miller, you got a copy of my mind?
I do.
Well, walk us through your race, man. You didn't do a bad job. You started this race right where you finished it, so walk us through it.
Well, we were able to stick with the top two guys there for quite a while, and then, Eric made the mistake, and I made the mistake of watching him making the mistake, and made one myself. So then, we were far back from Chris at that point, and I just decided to do an early pit stop, try to get out in front of those guys, and I ended up being able to do that. And it's just kind of crazy. You expect to make a couple mistakes, and then the guy behind you is right up there with you. So it's just a really, really difficult track to keep it on the track, I suppose.
Well, if there's any consolation to you, you ran the fastest lap during the whole race at a 2-minute 12-second .9. So you were the fastest guy.
Was that when I took tires? Or?
I don't know. It just says your best lap was 2 minutes 12 seconds .9, and according to my timing screen, that is the best lap out there completely.
Makes me feel a little bit that at least that I got the fastest lap, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of frustrating to see Eric make a mistake, pull out to 3-4 second lead, and then all of a sudden he starts pulling me back and pulling me back.
Yeah, monkey see, monkey do on that one. But that way being said, thoughts and concerns to go back-to-back road courses at the Glen?
I definitely enjoy the Glen better than this track. I think this one's a little bit long for a road course in NASCAR, but definitely feel a lot more comfortable with that one than this one. So we'll have to see. I think we have a good chance at least making another top 3 out of it and just getting some good days of points here.
I hear you. What you got for him, Fossenall?
Well, I'm just thinking if he's going to say that, somebody needs to put a guard outside Chris Lucky's garage and make sure he stays out of Chris's garage.
I hear you. Well, I say it every race, man. Shout outs. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
And shout out to you guys for putting this on every week. Love it. Good stuff. Shout out to JP. Too bad he couldn't be here, but love you, JP. Shout out to Team Racing Chat, and shout out to Eric for the clean race there between us. That was really fun.
That's a big 10-4. We'll catch you at the same bat time, same bat channel next week, my man.
I'll do that.
All right.
See you, JW.
Have a good one.
He said Team Racing Chat's where he wants to be at, so boom. I hope I put him in the right spot. It moved on me at the last second. So we grabbed Mr. Wolf. And he should be down here in Dysfunctional Patriots. James Pandolf's out and down there running this mouth with him. So probably congratulating him. Mr. Wolf, got a copy.
I do. What's up?
Well, you won, didn't you?
Close for myself, but
Well,
like
you
I said, Chris was just awesome.
You said second would be like winning, so you won, right?
Yeah, I mean that's his the finish. I just had an off track, so it wasn't exactly what I wanted, but yeah, the second, I'm happy with it. Don't let me fool you there. I'm happy with the second place finish here.
Well, I know that's
Hey, I want to ask about that off track because that's kind of sticking in my head right now. It seems like you did the awfully gentlemanly thing to do. You had a bit of a run on JW, and I think it was JW. Maybe that was JW.
Yep.
And he broke a bit earlier than I think you anticipated, and you dove to his right to not basically dump him. Am I reading that correctly?
Yep, that's 100% right. He braked a little earlier than I expected him to. I really had no intention to pass him in that corner, and whenever he slowed down, I was going to run right in the back of him and wreck him. So I just tried to get out to the right and hope I could get the thing slowed down there, but still got an off track, which, as you guys know, is 2 bonus points in DRL gone. So that's
Yep.
why I'm annoyed by that. That's basically 2 track position. So other than that, it was a pretty clean race.
Well, I mean, don't feel bad. I don't believe there is a single person out there that did not get a off track. So
That's why I like
That wasn't named Chris Lucky.
yeah, that wasn't named Chris Lucky, because I'm pretty sure he probably didn't get a off track. So yeah, you did lose 2 points. So, but
the big mistake there for me was I waited a lap late to pit, and I didn't do it intentionally. I just lost track of what lap it was. JW was able to pit and do the undercut, which is exactly what I wanted to prevent. So I was planning on coming in the end of lap 12. I came in the end of lap 13, so he made up about 8 seconds on the track, and that was enough to leapfrog me. And then I had to struggle to get by him after that, and Mike Lemon got by me too. And it put me in a bad spot, but me and JW raced pretty close there, and pretty good racing there with him.
well, you say it every race, man. Well, hold on. What do you think about back-to-back going into the Glen next week, road courses?
I like it. I like these road courses. I like to be able to just run and race the track, set your own pace there, and not have to worry about cautions coming out. Just green flag racing start to finish. I like the discipline that's involved in that, kind of like endurance racing, so that fits right into that for me. So yeah, I'm all for it. 2 road courses in a row. It'd be nice getting beat by Chris Lucky 2 races in a row.
I hear you.
JW's no slouch at these places either. Him, Mike Lemon, those guys are always up there with those road courses. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully come away with another top 5 next week. If I can just stay out of trouble and keep it on track, maybe I can get a top 5 next week too.
All righty, Eric. Shout-outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Yeah, my teammates. It was great to have Mike Springer back tonight. It's the first time he's been back with us since Mid-Ohio, so that's cool to see him again. And all the other guys in here that keep it lively here on Monday nights. And then you guys up there in the broadcast booth, Rod and you, David, thank you for always putting on the broadcast. It's a lot of fun to go back and watch those. And then JP for putting on the league. That's it for me, guys. Thank you.
All righty, Eric. We'll catch you back here, same bat time, same bat channel.
All right.
Good night, Eric.
All right, see you, Rod.
And he went back in Dysfunctional Patriots. We got him moved. Now the man of the hour, Mr. Lucky, if I can find him, should still be sitting right there on track. Because he listens and leaves his car on track like Eric Wolf did, and most other drivers do. Team Chat, Channel Racing. He's down here with Matt Burgess, so we'll pull him up into the TV broadcast system here. Mr. Lucky, you got a coffee, my man?
Yeah, I got you, Dave. How you doing?
Well, I bet on you, and still lost.
Well,
Because I said you was going to win it by 14 seconds, and then I gave my co-broadcast 5 seconds above or below, and sure enough, you finished 19.3 seconds, so I owe him $5 virtual somewhere.
there you go. 3/10 you lost it by.
Yeah, actually, I lost it by 5 seconds. Well, yeah, no, you're right, 3 seconds, 3/10 of a second. But yeah, awesome run, man, awesome run. I knew you was going to pull it out. I knew you was going to win it. Eric knew you were going to win it. I don't believe there was anybody out here that didn't know you were going to win it. Did you know you were going to win it?
I think the virtual flag man knew he was going to win it.
Well, and I didn't really feel it in practice, and then my qualifying time wasn't that good. I can go a lot faster than that. I just, for whatever reason, couldn't get it figured out. So I just figured I'd fall in behind Eric and just kind of cruise around. And as long as I could just, stay within a second of him, I knew he would feel the need to start pushing. And I run a lot more rear brake to the rear than most people do here. And I just kind of roll it through the corners, drag a little brake, and I knew that he was starting to struggle there about 7 laps in, and it wasn't much longer than that. He blew through a corner. So,
Right.
but him and JW ran a great race. JW early on started reeling us in, and I thought he was going to make it a 3-car battle, which would have really messed up the works for me. So that was a fun race. I love these road courses, boys.
Well, since you love them so much, you're going to be back here next week for the Glen?
I'm really going to try, but I'm moving from Ohio to Indiana, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to have everything hooked up with internet and power and everything yet. So I'll try to be there, but I don't think I'm going to be.
Alrighty. Well, we look forward to seeing you back here next week if you can. What you got for him, Rod? You got anything special for him?
Well, and he led right into the question I was going to ask. Where are you at in Ohio?
Cincinnati.
Oh, that's you're about 3 hours south of me. I'm up here south of Toledo.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we're actually going to be moving. It's about 15 minutes west, just right across the border to Lawrenceburg, Indiana. So
Not too bad.
Yep.
Well, since we got all of our moving, talking, and everything out of the way, want to say it. You know, I say it all the time. Shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Yep. Shout out to my brother. He's helped me out here this week. Normally, you know, it's the other way around on these road courses usually, but this week he helped me out with some shift points. And thanks to you guys and JP, you guys in the booth, JP for running the league. Everybody does great. Eric and JW, Austin, Mike Lemon, everybody in the top 5. It's good to be back. I'll be running some more races here.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you back with us, my man. Good luck moving. Don't hurt your back.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Rob.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris.
Yep, bye.
He goes back into Team Chat Racing. And I think I got him back there. Got things working here tonight, so let's unofficially give our results. Chris Lucky wins with 20 laps led. Eric Wolf gets 5 laps led. Nobody else gets to lead a lap. J.W. Miller comes home third. Austin Delgado.
JW did run the fastest lap of the race, which is something to be commended for here.
Yeah, to be able to run the fastest lap against Chris Lucky, and he did it with almost a full second over top of Chris Lucky for the fastest lap of the race. So, way to go, J.W. Miller there. Austin Delgado comes home 4th. Mike Lemon comes home 5th. Mike Springer brings it home in 6th. Zach Wetstein 7th. Kevin Dick 8th. Matt Burgess 9th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin brings it home in the 10th position, rounds it out. Patrick Cowgill 11th. David Wright 12th. Brent Kingcott 13th. Steven Sims 14th. And Matthew Kleinsmith rounds out our top 15. As always, we want to thank James Pandolf for putting on the league, doing the financial, the marketing, broadcasting, race control, administration. James Pandolf, he's got his hands in a lot of pies here, but he's really what keeps this league together and makes it work. So hats off to Mr. Pandolf. Got to thank Martin Wenzel for our graphics department. He's got us up to date. I think we don't even have but maybe a handful of graphics that we need to finish out the season. And I'm pretty sure he's hard at work on those. We are still up to date. If I'm not mistaken, I think I've seen them all the way up to date till mid-September or even to the end of September for our graphics department. So way to go, Martin Wenzel. Jordan Gonzalez for the work on our ATVO program. Got to thank him for that. Got to thank our broadcasters, myself, James Pandolf, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Rod Fossenall, and everybody else who likes to help out every once in a while, like Zach Wetstein and others. Got to thank Race Control, James Pandolf, Dakota Wilkins, David Wright, Richard Springer, everybody else that helps out during Race Control. It's a thankless job, week in and week out. It's really, really hard to do that job and keep cool, and to have drivers keep a cool head as you do your job. So, got to give a big thanks to everyone who helps out in that department. Our administrators are James Pandolf, Getty Butner, Martin Wenzel, and myself. Thoughts and concerns, hit us up. We are in red inside of Discord. If you have something in your listener, hit JP up. His link is in the email. He's got an email link on the website. So just hit us up there if you know a way of making things better. That being said, what do you think, Mr. Fossenall? Want to call it a quick night?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a quick night. I mean, there's no surprises there. And you knew Lucky would absolutely dominate. I think we both had a pretty good hunch that this would be, Chris Lucky's night to lose, and he didn't disappoint. I mean, he actually performed as we figured he would. The real fun tonight was, watching some of the other battles that went on, between, J.W. Miller and Eric Wolf, and a little bit back with Delgado, Lemon, and I want to say Springer.
Yep.
Those were the fun battles to watch, but it really was the Chris Lucky show tonight.
Well, I knew it was going to be. I may have picked the winner, but I didn't pick the time. So I was really wanting to go 2 for 2 on that one. But hey, when it comes to Chris Lucky and Richard Lucky in these road courses, it's just, I mean, it's really awesome to watch them boys get around these tracks. They make very, very little mistakes. So you just got to appreciate that, somebody who's that dedicated and that focused to make 14 turns, lap after lap after lap, and not make a mistake. That's pretty focused. So need to put him in a real car. I've always said that, but that's just me. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call it a quick night. Stay clean, stay safe. Good night and God bless here from DRL TV. I am your host.
Good night, everybody.
And we'll catch you back next week at Watkins Glen.